Hello and welcome to my channel again. This is Yo from Mountains for Everybody's Site, and today I want to say a few words about my climb to Pizzo Tresero in the Italian Alps. I did this climb several years ago, and this was actually my second attempt. The first time I was there probably 12 years ago, and I tried to climb it, and the weather was not perfect. But this was not the reason why I didn't get to the summit. Something was wrong with me. I simply realized that I couldn't climb it. I didn't have enough stamina, and I realized that it would be too slow, and I simply gave up. But I promised myself that I would be there again and to climb it. So this is indeed what I did later. And I have been in that area many times, in fact, so I climbed many peaks around. And if you have questions about that particular area, which is close to Bormio, and Gavia Pass. Gavia Pass is on the road from Bormio or Santa Caterina Valfurva to Ponte di Legno. Beautiful area, beautiful pass, actually one of the highest road car passes in the Alps. Here in the post, in my site which I am using, the top picture is actually shows the Gavia Pass, which is here, and so this is the view from the summit of Pizzo Tresero, and the start is here on the road. There is a true mountain hut completely by the road. You have free parking there. You can stay there if you wish, but the parking on the opposite side is free. Even if you don't stay in the hut, you can still park there and then make the tour to the summit. Yet another detail, interesting detail here that you should know. So this is view from the summit, and here this red dot is actually a shelter, alpine bivouac, which is under the name bivouac of Seveso. So it is very close to the summit of Pizzo Tresero. So if you want to stay in the area longer, or simply want to spend night at a very high elevation, this is an excellent place. This is a very typical alpine bivouac with beds and blankets. One interesting detail here is that Pizzo Tresero is actually a part of a long chain of peaks, and sometimes people climb them all at once. So this is then called 13 peaks tour, where you go from one peak to another, never descending below 3000 meters. There is also a shorter version of this route where you would start from Bivacco Seveso or from the Gavia Pass, climb Pizzo Tresero, and then 7 peaks, and then you can spend the night in the Bivacco Battaglione Ortles, which is at the end of this 7 weeks tour. I have been in Bivacco Battaglione Ortles. It is in my separate text here in the site. So, back to Pizzo Tresero. This was my second attempt. In the first attempt, many years ago, I wasn't really in a good shape, and I realized that I wouldn't be able to climb it. And I promised myself to come again. And I was in the area many times, and a couple of years ago, I decided to climb Pizzo Tresero. So I started here from the road, from Berni hut, and climbed to the summit and then back. So this was moderately long day tour. This was a solo tour for me, and I can say it is indeed all doable as a solo climb. It's not without danger. I will show you some details below, but first about the elevation. So it is almost 3600 meters. Regarding grading, I don't know how people actually make these gradings. I have seen that this PD or PD minus, or sometimes even F at some places. But anyway, this is a peak that can be climbed solo. You don't need anything special. Crampons, of course, are very good to have, and helmet. But if you go in a group, of course, it's good to have a rope and harness to play safe. Here in the post I have two interactive maps, so you can see the position of this place, of the mountain. So here is Wikiloc map, zoomable, interactive, where you see Arnaldo Berni hut by the road. There is a small church here. So you start from the road, then go over a bridge here, and then continue to the summit. As you see, there are glaciers on the route, so there are crevasses, and I will show you a few pictures. This is the view from the summit, and as you see, the area is full of glaciers. So if you have partners and you want to enjoy glaciers, you come here. There are many great peaks to climb around. The mentioned bridge is Ponte della Amicizia, is actually the lowest point at the tour, because from the road you descend a bit to the bridge, and then from there you will see the direction, which is always up, and then at some point you will be on the glacier. This is another interactive map where you can see the position of the Bivacco Seveso, which will be on your left side if you go over glacier, and then this is the summit. So here is my summit picture. There was somebody from Italy. He was going faster, and he passed me below the summit, but he was there when I arrived, and there was yet another person from Czechia. He was actually sleeping in the Bivacco Seveso the night before, so we asked him to make a photo of us, the two of us. And here are a few pictures that you would like to see. So this is the bridge which you will see when you start from Arnaldo Berni hut and descend. So you go over the bridge and then up the mountain. This is again view when you are well above the bridge. So Bivacco Seveso is here, and the summit of the Pizzo Tresero is here. If you go over glacier, this will be the direction. Now, to show you a few more, this is the picture on the glacier. The glacier looks really simple, but you should be careful. There are crevasses around, and you can see this, how it looks. So I had to jump over it, and it's not a problem with those that you see. Of course, the problem is with those that you don't. So it's always risky if you go over glaciers. And there are several lakes below the glacier, of course, where the water accumulates. So if you carry a water filter, you can refill. Of course, I would never drink water without filtering it. This is the man from Italy. He descended first, and then this is the area below the summit where there is a fixed rope. So on my way up, I went over the glacier, and then directly below the summit there is a rope which is really in a bad state. I don't actually remember if it was a rope. Yes, a rope, maybe some parts of a chain as well, but in a really bad state. So it's better that when you come to this point, you will see on your left side a fixed rope which you can use to climb to the ridge, and then you will be above the glacier. Of course, there is one small part over the glacier below, of course, and a few crevasses. So at this point, again, it's better to switch to the ridge and then continue to the summit. From this point, the bivacco was not far, and I regret that I didn't go there. The reason is simple. I was really worried about the glacier because it was melting, and I didn't want to spend too much time over there. When I was far lower, when I descended, I saw several people climbing up, but they were in the group, of course, so they were not worried about the glacier. They had rope. So this is again, I regret that I didn't go to the hut, to the bivouac, to make a few pictures, to provide useful information. Maybe another time. Anyway, regarding equipment, I would say that you would need crampons if you go solo, of course. Crampons. I used trekking poles. I had a day pack, sun protection hat, ice axe. I was carrying it. I don't think it is really necessary. If you are in a group, of course, you will need a harness and rope. So again, this is a beautiful day tour with free parking at the road. You have Berni hut at the road, so you can have a meal there. You can stay there as well. If you want to sleep at high elevation, you can go and stay in the Pizzo Tresero. But there is again another beautiful place very close, which is not on the way up, of course. This was for me separate day tour. This is Bivacco Battaglione Ortles. So again, if you would make a 7 peaks tour from Tresero, you would end up here, and then you would spend the night in this place. There are many beds inside with blankets. There is a wood stove, and for the wood, of course, as you see, it's high elevation. I was collecting wood planks that were there from the First World War. Actually, this Bivacco Battaglione Ortles was built from the material left from the World War I. Anyway, this is all that I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, and please follow the link below the video. You can come to my site and read this text in detail, and follow some links from here. So, subscribe to my channel and give me a like if you wish. Thank you.